Hey, welcome to Socialism for All. This file is being recorded for the June 2022 edition of Socialism for All, and it's an audiobook and discussion of Serve the People by Mao from 1944. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe, and consider supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/socialismforall. There's a link to Patreon in the video description. So this was a speech delivered by Comrade Mao Zedong at a memorial meeting for Comrade Chiang Tzu, held by departments directly under the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China. Thanks as usual to the Marxists Internet Archive at marxists.org for hosting this file and thousands of other free Marxist texts. Please go check them out. Our Communist Party and the 8th Route and new 4th Armies led by our party are battalions of the revolution. These battalions of ours are wholly dedicated to the liberation of the people, and they work entirely in the people's interests. Comrade Chiang Tzu was in the ranks of these battalions. Footnote there, Comrade Chiang Tzu was a soldier in the Guards Regiment of the Central Committee of the Chinese Communist Party. A member of the Communist Party who loyally served the interests of the people, he joined the revolution in 1933, took part in the Long March, and was wounded in service. On September 5, 1944, when making charcoal in the mountains of Ansai County, northern Shanxi, he was killed by the sudden collapse of a kiln. Back to the text. All men must die, but death can vary in its significance. The ancient Chinese writer, Sima Qian, said, "Though death befalls all men alike, it may be weightier than Mount Dai or lighter than a feather." Footnote there, Qian was a famous Chinese historian of the 2nd century BC and the author of the historical records. Continuing, "To die for the people is weightier than Mount Dai, but to work for the fascists and die for the exploiters and oppressors is lighter than a feather. Comrade Chiang Tzu died for the people, and his death is indeed weightier than Mount Dai. If we have shortcomings, we are not afraid to have them pointed out and criticized, because we serve the people. Anyone, no matter who, may point out our shortcomings. If they are right, we will correct them. If what they propose will benefit the people, we will act upon it. The idea of better troops and simpler administration was put forward by Mr. Li Dingming, who is not a communist. He made a good suggestion which is of benefit to the people, and we have adopted it. If, in the interests of the people, we persist in doing what is right and correct what is wrong, our ranks will surely thrive." Footnote there, Li Dingming was an enlightened landlord of northern Shanxi province, and at one time was elected vice chairman of the Shanxi Kansu Ningxia border region government. Back to the text. "We hail from all corners of the country and have joined together for a common revolutionary objective, and we need the vast majority of the people with us on the road to this objective. Today, we already lead base areas with a population of 91 million, but this is not enough. To liberate the whole nation, more are needed. In times of difficulty, we must not lose sight of our achievements. We must see the bright future, and we must pluck up our courage. The Chinese people are suffering. It is our duty to save them, and we must exert ourselves in struggle. Wherever there is struggle, there is sacrifice, and death is a common occurrence. But we have the interests of the people and the sufferings of the great majority at heart, and when we die for the people, it is a worthy death. Nevertheless, we should do our best to avoid unnecessary sacrifices. Our cadres must show concern for every soldier, and all people in the revolutionary ranks must care for each other, must love and help each other. From now on, when anyone in our ranks who has done some useful work dies, be they soldier or cook, we should have a funeral ceremony and a memorial meeting in their honor. This should become the rule, and it should be introduced among the people as well. When someone dies in a village, let a memorial meeting be held. In this way, we express our mourning for the dead and unite all the people." That's the end of the text. There's just a footnote there about the 91 million. This was the total population of the Shanxi Kansu Ningxia border region and all other liberated areas in northern, central, and southern China. So again, HTML transcription by the Maoist Documentation Project, hosted at marxists.org. What did you think? Leave a question or comment below. We will continue the discussion in the comment section, as always. Otherwise, thanks for listening. And thanks to the current patrons whose names are on the screen. If you'd like to get your name on the screen, head to patreon.com/socialismforall. You can sign up for as little as $2 a month or more, whatever you see fit. We don't run ads on this channel, so it's entirely donation supported. We really appreciate it. Every donation is encouraging. They're also materially helpful, and it's allowed me to spend a lot more time on this channel producing content than I would have been able to do without that support. So thanks very much for that. Beyond that, video engagement matters once the content is up on the channel, so like, share, subscribe, and leave comments, even if it's just thanks or good video. All of that helps to boost the channel in the YouTube algorithm, makes it more likely that people will be able to easily stumble across this content. And right now, people have so many questions about what is going on with capitalism, why is there war, what is imperialism, and boosting this channel and others like it is a good way to get them on the right track, helping people to stumble across content about actual socialism rather than being misled by all the capitalist media with all the money behind it. Thanks again, and we will catch you in the next video.